Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Video Game Madness 15, and we got tragic news today, man. The rock legend Ozzy Osbourne has passed away due to Parkinson's, I believe. And man,
Hey, I'm bored. When you gonna drill me?
In a moment, sweetheart. I got a little business to take care of. I got a little job for you, pal. The Ferrelli brothers have owed me money for too long and they need to be taught some respect. Lips Ferrelli is stuffing his fat face in the St. Mark's Bistro, so steal his car and take it to 8 Ball's bomb shop up in Harwood. You know 8 Ball, right? Once he's fitted it with a bomb, go park the car where you found it. Then sit back and watch the whole show. But hurry up, he won't be eating forever.
also, I don't know, to kind of go back to what I said before we got interrupted by that cutscene, is that I don't know fully if Parkinson's was the cause of Ozzy Osbourne's death or whatever, but it's just painful, dude. I grew up listening to his music. I remember when I was like really young. I've never really told anyone this story, but I actually got to meet, I believe it was either Ozzy or one of his kids. I was like 5 years old at the time, and I, saw him or whatever, and I was like, hey, I'm your biggest fan. Could you sign the CD or whatever? And it was the Black Sabbath CD. I can't remember which one exactly, but it was the one that had Paranoid, War Pigs, I believe Mr. Crowley on it. Unfortunately, I had lost that CD when leaving New Mexico at the time, because he was like stopping by there, visiting there. I don't know if it was like a concert or something that he was doing at the time. Again, my memory with it's a little fuzzy. But he was a really cool dude, irregardless of like all the things that could be said about him and whatnot. He was a good dude. And also, too, another thing that kind of has me down in the dumps, right? I mentioned about my aunt in the last video, and with her being on hospice, it's really just a matter of time till she passes away. She's either at most going to pass away today, or good chance it could be tomorrow. I know the doctors have given her like 48 hours, 48, 72 hours, something like that, and I'm right down in the fucking dumps, dude. Again, I know this isn't really the great way to start a video, and I greatly apologize, but I wanted to just kind of get this video to kind of get my mind, at least the best I can, away from the whole depression thing and whatnot, and, again, to kind of, here, let me lose the cops here real quick, but to kind of go back with what I'm saying, it's really sad that we had to lose a rock legend like Ozzy Osbourne, because, again, I love his music. I'm not a big fan of Mr. Crowley. I know that a lot of people do like that song, but I mean, Paranoid, War Pigs, Iron Man, Mama I'm Coming Home, Shot in the Dark, Bark at the Moon, Hellraiser. The list goes on. But, I do definitely wish his family all the best, and hopefully, they can, cherish the memories that they all made with the guy. But anyways, here we go, right here. Mike is about to die in the car bomb. Very easy mission, I'd say. But there we go, we got 10 grand. Getting money in this game is actually extremely easy. But I will see you guys back at Joey Leone's place, and we can try and go from there and get our mind off of this stuff. Alright, here we go, the next mission for Joey Leone. What we got today? Let's go here. Farewell, Chunky Lee Chong. Alright.
Chunky Lee Chong is pushing Spank for some new gang from Colombia or Colorado or something. I'm not really sure. Who needs details? Anyway, he's got a noodle stand down in Chinatown. That rat has sold his last stir fry. I want you to take him out. If you need a piece, go around back of Ammunition opposite the subway. Sort yourself with a 9. You know where it is, right? Well, remember, just watch your back in Chinatown. It's Triad territory.
Alright, here we go. We're going to skip going to the ammunition spot where we'll just go straight after Chunky Lee Chong. Considering that we have both the bulletproof vest and then the heart and then all of our weapons that we at least need as of right now. This isn't a horrible mission, I'd say. I mean, permitting on how you go about it, it could be easy or it could be like really tough. I know in the definitive edition, with its like recent update, you could do the whole run and gun thing, which is a really big help, and it makes some of the missions later on be a lot easier, a lot more fun and cool. Again, that will be something I will personally point out myself, but here let's go after, run to Lee Chong and kill him. There we go, another 10 grand. I'll happily take that money. Now with this kind of being close, I mean, we could just really drive there and kind of talk for a little bit, but in other like news, I guess, I got a little pool thing going on in DraftKings for some of the baseball games today. Awkwardly, it did not go the way that I planned. I kind of changed the lineup late last night, early this morning, on some of my choices because I felt like maybe it just wasn't the right choices to go for, and one of them that I switched was the Yankees and Blue Jays game because I originally had the Yankees. Oh, wait a second.
Alright, we're gonna hit the payroll van. It leaves the edge of Chinatown every day. Bullets won't even dent the van's armor, so get a car and ram it off the road. Now hit it hard, and the punk-ass security guard should bail. Then take it to the warehouse at the docks, and my guys are gonna take over from there. Now it won't be doing its rounds all day, so don't hang around.
Then I also went against the Angels, and unfortunately I'm losing that one. And then, what was the other one that I changed? I believe it was the Astros game. I haven't seen if there's anything going on for that game or not. But as of the games that are being played right now, I'm 3 for 6. And considering that there's a lot of people in with this like little pool thing, and then there's money involved with it, I'm like down extremely far. But I'm hoping that some of the teams can kind of get out of their funk just a little bit, like the Blue Jays, for example, because, again, I believe that the other Yankees game, it was, like, really close or whatever yesterday. I know that that's really one of the games that could go either way. And really, the same thing for the Astros game. It's really just going to depend on the runs and who could just be better at bat, really. But hoping I can kind of get something good out of that, at least a little bit, you know, so I could just kind of help, you know, with family things out. At least that's the plan. That's really the goal that we try and strive for. Also, too, it's getting closer to Mafia at the Old Country, and I've been seeing so much things about it, and it's getting on my nerves just a smidge because I don't want spoilers. And there's been a few videos where it's like contained spoilers, but but the people that's been like going over have kind of been like dicks about it, and doesn't like warn viewers that there are spoilers within said video. And I mean, I'm really interested in the game. One of the biggest things that I believe that I saw was how it's implementing knife fighting, which is something that was being done at the time. I mean, in early 1900s, it's really right around the end of, you know, the whole Wild West thing. What are you gonna do? Alright, let's go. Let's try and run, get a move on. Also, too, that new Madden game's coming out, and I'm more pissed off with the people at EA Sports and the NFL because of the whole exclusive license bullshit, because sports games should not have an exclusive license. It just shouldn't happen. Oh, hey, we get to see Michael Madsen here.
She purrs, you know what I mean? Oh, here's the guy I was telling you about. Alright, listen, this guy ain't Italian and he's no mechanic, but he could get things fixed. This is Pop's capo, Tony Cipriani.
Yeah, I'm Tony Cipriani.
Take him to Mama's restaurant at St. Mark's, alright? Now listen to me. I'm planning a job that needs a good driver, so drop by sometime later, okay?
Alright. Cool. Yeah, I totally forgot Michael Madsen was in for this mission. Or that Tony was in this mission.
Those washerwomen ain't been paying their protection money. And watch the car. Joey just fixed this junk heap. So no fancy crap, okay?
Alright, Tony. Chill out, my man. Alright, well, let's go to the factory there and take care of some business. Again, I really don't mind this mission. I actually kind of like it. I don't know if you could really say that, like, definitive for this mission is better than the original or whatnot, but I don't know, people could probably make a strong case if they really wanted to, I guess. Oh shit. Oh shit. Come on, why? Almost every time I've gotten in this situation so far, I always have the cops on my tail. It sucks. Alright, well, let's kind of go through here, hope for the best. Also, too, I do want to get another thing kind of off my chest. I really hate, you know, the sports game fan base. Because, honestly, they've gotten really as bad and as horrible as, you know, the Call of Duty fan base. And that's some toxic shit. Because I know I was calling out, you know, all the problems within, like, the recent college game that had came out, right? NCAA 26. Oh, hang on. And then I was calling out, you know, some of the people that, you know, really just lie to the viewers and make the viewers think that, you know, each of the sports game titles have suddenly improved and try and make that company seem justified for having a $70 priced video game or whatever. And one of the guys was literally just arguing with me because he chose to watch a video that was calling the game out for its garbage. Sorry for talking over that scene. But we'll see Tony again in the next video. I believe we'll do that, but yeah, it just pisses me off how ignorant and dumb the sports game community has gotten. Of course, it's really been that way for a lot of the gaming communities, whether that's, you know, the Rockstar and GTA community, or the Call of Duty community, or shit, like I said, sports game community. But I'm gonna get weapons and whatnot, and I'll see you guys back at Joey Leone's. Pardon me for the interruption, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to stop by right here to say, if you guys like what you are seeing so far and you really want to help this channel out, go check out our Patreon. It's linked down in the description below. You get things like movie reactions, exclusive gameplay of games and whatnot. I know I've kind of been away with Patreon for a little bit, but we're going to get back into it. We're going to get more consistent again. We'll also do reaction to movies, maybe some shows. We'll see how it goes. But any of your guys' support, it really helps. I know that Mafia: The Old Country is coming out in at least 19 days. So any help that you guys can give, it means the world to me. Even if you guys are just watching these videos and you guys can't get the Patreon, I still thank you guys. I still appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. But if you want to send a little extra help our way, or a little bit to further support the channel, definitely feel free to go check out our Patreon, and I will see you guys back in the video. Alright, here we go. We are back once again with Joey Leone. Alright, let's go. What's this mission? I'm not sure. Dead skunk in the trunk.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. Alright, Alright, just the guy I need to talk to. Alright, there's a car stuffed with a stiff at the cafe near Callahan Point. One of the Forellis thought he was a wise guy, so he got what he had coming to him. Take the corpse to the Crusher in Harwood, alright?
Alright, this isn't a great mission, but we have a lot of bullets within our shotgun, so we can definitely use that to some of the other cars, and hopefully that can help us out. Also, too, while I was eating a little bit of dinner, because I took a little bit of break between this part and an early part of the footage for this video, I watched a video by the Real Rejects channel, and they were reacting to the Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer film, you know, the one by 20th Century Fox. And this is my opinion, right? But I think the 20th Century Fox, both of the Fantastic Four films, are way overhated. In my opinion, I think they're really good. Although the second one, it does have a lot of problems with it. A lot of problems that, you know, I can understand the fans, like, frustration with and why they'd be pissed off. I can understand. But the aspect of family within the two films are all there. And the, like, CGI and the effects within it, I didn't think were too bad. I mean, you know, if you compare movies to how they were then to now, you're always going to complain about something about CGI or this and that and the other. But I didn't mind it. I do think that, you know, when it comes to problems with all of it is, you know, the push from Avi Arad, because if you don't know, he fucked things up with Spider-Man 3 and screwed over what Sam Raimi had already like planned, and then he practically did the same thing with the Fantastic Four. But you know, a lot of people get pissed off, and this may be into spoiler territory, but a lot of people get pissed off on how Galactus was betrayed. Now, I've never read any of the comics or anything, even though I want to, so I can get a little bit of more information, more knowledge out of it. But I could kind of understand the issue within that, and a little bit within the Silver Surfer too. Even though I really liked Lawrence Fishburne's role in there, I still think he was just as badass in that as, you know, how he was as Morpheus from The Matrix. It's really just one of those things that makes you think and kind of wonder, is like, why is it hated so much between the two films, especially if they are somewhat, right, comic book accurate, because that's what some of these films have actually done decently, at least to me. Okay, here we go. I'm pretty sure this is the last mission for Joey Leone. We will see him, I believe, 1 or 2 more times after this, but let's go, let's get this done. The Getaway.
What a ride she's gonna be, huh? Alright, listen. Get some wheels to the safe house at St. Mark's and pick up a few friends of mine. They're hitting the bank and they need a driver. I gave my word that you were the man, so don't screw this up. Get them to the bank before 5 o'clock, not a minute after.
Alright. Now let's go get in the Banshee. Alright. Now, I don't really remember this mission. I don't know. I almost want to say that you get a money bonus out of this mission, but I can't remember this mission for the life of me. And I think that's because, like, after, you know, I went through the game, like, the first time or whatever, apart from, like, when we did the definitive edition, I would always just skip that last part for the Joey Leone mission, similar to that of when I would do the same thing for Luigi, kind of to just speed through the story along so I could get to certain parts of the game for footage for, you know, other parts of projects. But here we go. Hopefully I can get this the first time, and all things considered, let's just try and see if we can pull this off on the first go round.
Gets to the bank on the main drag.
Oh! Okay, now I kind of remember this a little bit because of the there's a cut mission that was cut out of this part. Apparently, we were supposed to go into the bank and help out the Leone guys or whatever, and in the unused, I want to say maybe in the beta or something, you could see an underground part of where the bank was supposed to be. And it also was going to have like a
In and out in no time.
like an underground cage fighting thing. Which, I mean, in concept, it sounds cool, sounds interesting. But of course, with this
Get us out of here.
being in 2001, you know, hardware is definitely going to be limited at this time. Which is why, you know, in a lot of ways, you know, it just shows how San Andreas is still the best. Which, I'll be honest with you guys, I still think to this very day it's the best Grand Theft Auto game that we've ever gotten. And, you know, at some point I would love to make a video on that. I just, with other, like, projects that I've had up there and ready, I just don't know if I got the time for it right now, but it'd be a cool thing to work on for the future, I'd say. But we were able to get this done the first try after all. Bye, guys. Alright. Well, we got that done, so that's really all that's going to be for this video. On the next video, I will try to be in a better mood. I won't be as sad and depressed and gloomy as what I was in this video, which, again, I do apologize for. But on the next video, we will go see Tony Cipriani. So with that being said, I will see you all next time. You guys take care. Bye, guys.